Welcome to Tail Talk Grooming Chronicles with Hound Therapy, the podcast where we talk all things pet grooming, daycare, academy, and more. Hosted by Shannon and Tanya of Hound Therapy, serving pet owners across North Texas. We're here to share expert tips, hilarious pet stories, and the inside scoop on keeping your furry friends happy and healthy. Our motto, humanity over vanity. And don't worry, we don't bite. Let's get started. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Every grooming student hits the same roadblocks, and today we're talking about why those struggles are not only normal, but expected. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sophia Yvette, co-host and producer, back in the studio with Shannon and Tanya, professional groomers at Hound Therapy. Now, ladies, it is lovely to be back on with you today, and I, for one, am excited to get into this one. So let's go ahead and kick things off. What do grooming students struggle with the most, and why is that so normal?
Well, I would say I'm going to start with confidence. I
Yeah.
think that the number one thing is just they lack the confidence, or they feel like it's going to be easier than they started. And I'm going to be talking about this a lot. So if I repeat myself, please, forgive me there. But a lot of this is just it's repetitive and control. Everybody here doubts themselves, and they doubt themselves at every single step of every new thing that they learn.
Yep.
And that's great because that is how you learn, right? Struggling is what teaches you the things that you are the most afraid to do at first.
Yep.
That's what makes you the best groomers moving forward. We want you to have some fear. We want you to be nervous about doing it. If you come in here and pretend to know it all, you're not going to learn anything.
Right.
We had a client today said, you got to learn through your mistakes. And that is what we say. Grooming is really fixing mistakes, because we're not grooming an AKC standard breed. We're grooming according to a pet parent's needs, wants, or desires, or towards a dog's needs and desires. So we have a lot of things that we've got to teach here. Handling dogs is the other thing that I find that people
Yeah.
really struggle with first brand new, coming into this. A lot of people, again, we got confidence. Well, I've got dogs. How hard can it be? And it's a lot harder,
A lot harder.
than one might think that it is. So they get a little, they'll take a step back and be a little down on themselves because they didn't realize that the struggle is real. Um, our dog behavior that we do here is all dogs: biting, good, bad, old, young, brand new grooms to last grooms. And that makes a big difference on how you hold and how you can present yourself. Realizing that dogs pick up on your energy. So when you're nervous, your dog's nervous, and you're automatically going to be nervous. It's a new environment. You're learning new things. You don't know what all of the things you're using are used for, how to use them safely. I mean, there's a lot of introduction.
And learning grooming is kind of like playing with Legos. Like,
Yeah.
they just it just stacks on top of each other.
Breed coat, breed
Yep.
recognition. People you think you know all the breeds until you don't.
You
'Cause, all Shih Tzus don't look like Shih Tzus. All,
Lhasas don't look like Lhasas.
Yeah, all doodles look completely different, so there's time management and speed. You get down on yourself too, because you're like, oh, I'm not as fast, as the person next to me, or I'm not as fast as my instructor, or gosh, I really thought I did a good job, and I look back and I only did one dog today. But that's because you're learning
Yeah.
to do it properly.
Baby steps.
Right. Most definitely. Now, getting more into specifics here, are there specific breeds or coat types that tend to intimidate beginners?
Um, No, at first, I would say the way that we introduce coat types is we start with the biggest, which I feel is the easiest dog breeds to learn, that are the easiest as far as they don't require more than two tools to groom. So that said, they're also the ones that have the most elbow grease, if you will. They're the ones that are going to take you the longest to do. They're the hardest to wash. They usually weigh them more. They have more hair. They can be a big intimidating dog, but you've got to lift with your knees. You've got to get in there and pull that undercoat out. But you only need a brush and a blow dryer and some shampoo. And that sounds very simple, but I think that it's overwhelming to a lot of people when they see how much hair we're able to get out, how much dead hair is released, and the amount of work that it
Yeah.
takes. And they're going to learn that, what they thought was going to be hard, which was scissoring these, Yorkies and the Shih Tzus. We don't get to that till about 3 to 4 months into this course.
Mhm.
You're really just learning how to bathe and dry a dog properly, to hold them properly so that you don't hurt yourself or the dog. Proper stretching and bending over, that kind of thing. We're introducing, and I say this every day, I am introducing you basically to a word a day. Today we're going to learn brushing. Tomorrow we're going to learn what type of brushes these are. Then we're going to learn combs. What are the difference between combs? Then we're going to learn, what types of shampoos do what for what coats. We're going to learn how to read the card. All you're doing is exactly what you're told to do. You're following, we will literally write the numbers on the board in the order that they get bathed and dried, which is different. So what I'm doing is teaching you the basics. We're teaching you a basic sit, stay, down, do this. And then we're going to teach you from there sentences. Now take all of these, mash them together. And from there, we're going to mash those together and we're just going to keep adding until we get
Yeah.
paragraphs to a book. And it's overwhelming. It's got the struggle with self-doubt. It becomes, we do these reviews with our students and we ask them how they feel within the first 2 weeks. And every single person,
I've done
I,
it.
I didn't do that great. Uh, I need to work on
I
nails.
can't believe I can't get
I
nails.
have to work on my holds, and when they finish, we're like, I can't believe that I didn't know how to do nails.
Yeah.
Like, oh my, I can't believe that I couldn't brush out a dog when I came here. And now I'm grooming. I'm cutting heads and making round little fluffy dog cuts and I'm answering the phone and I'm able to book. They've turned into a full-fledged, baby groomer. And it's just so fun to see
Yeah.
that in that transforming because they're all so lost. And it's really just a bath from when they come up to how they hold their scissors. You're going to meet another one of our students along the way, and just telling them what finger to hold their scissors with, and everybody is laughing with them, not at them. We laugh with you because it's such a struggle
Because we've all been there.
to to just hold a shear. You think that, how can I not hold a pair of scissors? I'm 50 years old,
Our scissors do not
30,
look like your typical kitchen scissors either.
and even if they do, I hold them the same way. All of my scissors are held the same way.
Now mine are too,
It's
but
it's as simple as, I can cut my own steak. You can't. So it's almost comical, and our students will remember back when they see a new student, which can make a new student be like, "Gosh, really?" And we're like, "Yeah, it's all right. We've all
it's
been there."
everybody.
So, and we've all been there. There is a whole lot of things that you have to do correctly in here to do this job well. That this is not a hard job. It's not something that is, you do not need to be a rocket science to do this. You do not have to have a degree to do this. You do not have to have anything other than the want to and the ability to be able to embrace the suck because that is what a groomer does. We love working with animals, but it's hard. It's heavy lifting. You see us. We don't ever look amazing when we come on here. It's because we have been working hard at teaching how to grooming school, teaching people how to hold dogs, teaching what it's like to physically handle and safely control the animal and environment that is around you, on top of explaining that with educational information for
Yeah.
every pet parent, for every dog breed. It's hard.
It's a lot more.
100%. 100%. And thank you, Bill, for all that you do for teaching others how to groom and for taking care of these dogs as well. And thank you, Bill, for sharing such an empowering message, for groomers everywhere. It's so reassuring for students to hear. We appreciate your time. We'll see everyone next time.
That's a wrap for this episode of Tail Talk with Hound Therapy. Ready to book your pet's next groom, daycare stay, or grooming academy tour? Call us at 469-367-0009. That's 469-367-0009 to schedule an appointment. Or visit us online at www.houndtherapy.com. Serving North Texas with expert pet care. Until next time, keep those tails wagging.